Hello, hello. Welcome to the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Loman, aka Coffee Man. We got a great show today. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Today is Thirsty Thursday. I always have something stirred up in my cup, so stay tuned. And remember, I'm also looking for those callers at all time, 313-868-0351. We're looking for the first caller. We're always giving away something here at the Coffee Man Show. We got the t-shirts, we got the coffee, we got the coffee mugs. We're even giving away some headphones in the next show, so stay tuned. Great guest today. I'm looking in the audience. We got a full crowd out here today, but I always like to start my show with some inspiration. So my routine is checking in my cup and seeing what's stirred up. And wow, it says something you don't do anymore. I don't know what. Let me go here and see if that'll catch up with you. You ever been somewhere? It's a lot of things. By me being a certain age, there's a lot of people out here over the comfortable age. I would say 35. You ever been somewhere and seen some things or someone, and you say, "Wow, you glad you don't do that anymore." You ever, like a person that used to drink, going to the liquor store, and they buy other things because they don't do that anymore. The reason why we don't do what we do or used to do is because we trust God long enough to grow out of what doesn't work. Does that make sense? And I'm trusting that this, for some reason on my spirit, it's a message being sent forth to different people about things that they do today at a certain age that they grow out of and not do anymore. I remember, riding a little bike. And when I see a little bike in my mind, I don't do that anymore. In different things, different situations that we don't do anymore because we're growing up on the inside and knowing that the spirit is on the inside, knowing that greater is he that is on the inside than he is that on the outside. And because we have the privilege of speaking those things as though they were, we can speak things that we don't do anymore as something that we used to do. Me being 10 years drug free as of May 7th, I can see a drug situation or a drug transaction going down, and I can thank God that I don't do that anymore. One day at a time. It's been 10 years. So if I've just felt on my spirit that needed to be said to encourage somebody, to strengthen somebody's heart, because as you grow up and he continues to wake you up, it's somebody you haven't met, ladies and gentlemen, that needs to hear your story. So you need to be around long enough to tell that story. I mean, we go from glory to glory based on story to story. That's exactly how it works. Because the things that we were doing in my madness, I don't even supposed to be here. So I thank God for the strength and for that one person that say, "Hey, Edgar, you don't do that anymore." And I didn't do it no more long enough till it became a habit of something you just don't do anymore. I never was a major drinker, so me going into a liquor store don't mean I'm going for liquor, because that's something I don't do anymore. And as I get older, I trust some of the things I do, I don't do anymore, and I also look forward to continue to trust in God. Like I say, we got a great show today. I'm still waiting on my first caller. We got some movie passes that we want to give away, 313-868-0351. We also got a beautiful guest today. We got a young man from the movie Pray. I mean, I'm sure y'all been looking at the first 3 episodes. They got the 4th episode out now. They actually putting a clip together that's going to come on the show next week. We also got a beautiful young man. They call him Brother Mike. And this guy right here, I got a chance to look at his bio. He's doing a lot of things in the city of Detroit, as well as the state of Michigan, as well as the United States. He's going places, he's doing things, and he's here today on the show. I got a young man also that's going to be a surprise to me, as well as a surprise to you guys. So y'all stay tuned for the Coffee Man Show. And remember, keep it hot and keep it stirred here on the Coffee Man Show.
But to go against the command, influenced by enemies of the cause, is a mutiny, and it's punishable by
A
death.
student shot by Governor Schoner's officer won a court order to have her son's body exhumed.
You're becoming one of them.
Since the treaty signed by Bush erasing the borders between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S., we've yet to become a major player.
I'm just here to ensure our future mayor understands his role.
Another one of our black boys murdered in cold blood. And my husband, Mr. District Attorney, sits back and does nothing.
Citizens of this town want that officer's head. How do you expect me to win this election by backing him? Huh?
In a set where conspiracies and reality are one and the same.
Ma, il questo tempo è perfetto. Mi capisci?
No one escapes the power of the bloodline, the 13 families of rule. And to survive, one must pray or be prayed. Anthony Cuffey's Pray.
Hey, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Loma, a.k.a. Coffee Man. Got a great guest here. My man, he was telling me off the air different things that he's doing, but I want him to say it on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the some and present the other, Mr. Dante. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you today?
Very well, very well. Now, you doing something with the camera.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an entertainment photographer.
Okay, speaking to the mic, I know you
yeah.
got that. He don't have the Luther voice. I'm thinking, not the Al Green, but he, something a little softer than that. But speak right into the mic. Photographer doing movie shots and.
I shoot everything actually. I'm an entertainment photographer.
Okay.
That's what I specialize in, but I shoot everything from weddings to things in the church, like concerts,
Right.
and like I work for my church's production team. I also work for the Word
Now
Network.
this is your company.
These are companies that I contract with actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have
but
your
they-
own
Yes. My company is called Mr. Heat Cam.
Mr. Heat Cam.
Yes.
Okay,
Mr.
and
Heat
that
Cam.
what do that mean? Something you came up with, something
It
you
is
feel
like
in?
I actually came up with it in 2007, and it was just something that developed over time.
Okay.
I always say I've been doing this since 2007, but I didn't start getting paid until like maybe 2013.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it's
really
amazing how we do some things, and we when we put money in front of what we do, it tends to takes longer to take off.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put the passion involved, my suggestion is to stay the course.
Right.
Prepare to serve others in what you've been gifted with. And the benefits, some of it monetary, some of it a handshake, some of it a hug, those are the results. But if you put the income first, it'll kind of turtle along. But if
Correct.
you put the service first, they'll run you down trying to get in touch with you. Now, speaking of in touch, if we got some TV viewers out there, how can they reach you if they wanted you to be a part of what they were doing?
You can contact me at mrheatcam.com.
Okay.
Or on all social media, Mr. Heat Cam. That's MRHEATCAM.
Okay.
And just get at me there. And you can always book me directly through MrHeatCam.com/booking.
Okay.
And
Okay. Now, what are some of the projects you're working on right now? You got some major deals out there?
I actually have residencies at local nightclubs.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them's called SCL Royal Oak. They're above Bistro 82 in Royal Oak.
Right.
We're kind of a lounge night spot.
Right.
And then I also shoot at a place called Dooley's in Roseville, and that's on the east side of Detroit. I shoot there on Wednesdays night. That's kind of like an industry night.
Right.
And
wow,
then
that's pretty cool.
And then it's wedding season, so I'm nothing short of busy right now.
Okay. And then you have everything. If a person was getting married, you would have all of the lights, backdrops, the whole 9 yards, the floor plan on how to take the pictures and create the album and everything.
Yes, we have access to that all.
Okay.
We usually don't deal in prints.
Okay.
So we get all things to our customers digitally and then let them worry about the print side.
Okay.
However, you can purchase prints directly from my site.
Okay.
And then that's fulfilled by smugmug.com.
Right.
So
now, based on what you do, would you say that cuts the cost as far as creating everything digitally, or is that the technology that people are looking for?
It's definitely making a power move to digital.
Okay.
You're seeing print less and less, and
Wow.
I came in on that digital wave.
Right.
A lot of my market is very young because I started how I got big and started to get a lot of work was shooting festivals.
Okay.
One of the biggest ones is the Movement Festival coming up in about 2 weeks.
Right.
And that'll be downtown Detroit, but that's just 3 days of music.
Wow.
And I had the opportunity to market myself
Right.
to kids and adults,
Right.
and then I realized that the teenagers were kind of rolling with me, so I stuck to entertainment.
Wow.
And it's paying off because it feeds the soul. It really does. You mentioned earlier, putting the money in front of everything, and back then that's really what it was.
Right.
And my blessings didn't come until I was living in my purpose.
Right.
And my purpose is to put smiles on people's faces.
Bam.
So that's what I do.
Right. And that's what I teach in my preaching, how if you put the posture to serve others, because at the end of the day, we were created to serve one another, because you wouldn't be able to do what you do unless you was doing it for someone else.
Right.
So if you posture yourself to serve versus how I got to get paid, then you can see the difference. I mean, the doors just, when you're serving, oh my, the doors will fly open and you'll be just invited in. Hey, the pleasure is mine.
Likewise.
Welcome. This guy is burning up. Y'all need to catch up with me to catch up with him because I got to get my cut. No, I'm just teasing. I ain't trying to get paid. I'm here to serve. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with one of the stars from the series Pray. We also going to leave that website for you guys to check out the first 3 episodes. So when we launch it next week, that 4th episode, you guys will be excited. Stay tuned for the Coffee Man Show. Keep it hot. Keep it served.
But to go against the command, influenced by enemies of the cause, is a mutiny, and it's punishable by
A
death.
student shot by Governor Schoner's officer won a court order to have her son's body exhumed.
You're becoming one of them.
Since the treaty signed by Bush erasing the borders between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S., we've yet to become a major player.
I'm just here to ensure our future mayor understands his role.
Another one of our black boys murdered in cold blood. And my husband, Mr. District Attorney, sits back and does nothing.
Citizens of this town want that officer's head. How do you expect me to win this election by backing him? Huh?
In a sec, where can conspiracies and reality are one and the same.
Ma, il questo tempo è perfetto. Mi capisci?
No one escapes the power of the bloodline, the 13 families of Rule. And to survive, one must pray or be prayed. Anthony Cuffey's Pray.
Hey, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. We're going to get right into the meats and potatoes. You saw my commercial break, the series Pray. You got Anthony Cuffey. You got my man Marvin Muhammad. These guys made a decision to put their minds together and create a series. Now, me watching it several times right now, they got 4 episodes out there. They got 3 episodes on YouTube right now. You can just go to YouTube, put in there Pray, P-R-E-Y, and you'll see all 3 episodes. But I'm sitting here with one of the cast members from the 4th episode. So let me introduce him to you. This is Mr. Kyle Greenlaw. What's going on, young man? How are you?
I'm well, Coffee.
Great. And he's strong. He's hurting my hand. I do coffee, not... He hurt, but that's another story. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
I got a chance to see your show, episode 4, and you're playing the mayor of Detroit.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get this series, now, do you know the website to the series where they can go on to YouTube right now and watch it?
Yeah, actually, all you have to do is subscribe to Anthony Cuffey Productions on YouTube, and you'll have, actually, the 4th episode is uploaded as well, so you'll have access to all 4 episodes.
My God. I got a chance to see it. I seen you. You were definitely suited and booted when I first met him. He was suited and booted. Now I think he got a wrestling match after the show, so he had to be prepared, right?
Yeah. Excuse me, Detroit, because usually I represent. I just wanted to come through real quick, but I'm sure I'll be back on the show again, and I'll be better prepared next time, because I will represent, know that.
Right, and knowing that every third Thursday of the month, I got one of the cast or the whole cast on my Coffee Man Show, because we made a vow that we was going to expose these guys and make sure that they get the proper just due based on coming from the Coffee Man Show. Me and my partner, Mike Robinson, here in the audience. I want to give a yay, but
one love, man. Thanks, Mike.
First time doing it, but not last time. But ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, tell me a little bit about your role in the movie series Pray.
Well, I'm playing the mayor of Detroit, Mayor Ruette.
Okay.
And he's a flamboyant brother. You know, hat cocked, ace deuce gators, you know what I mean, Everett Hall suits, the whole shebang. He's very flamboyant, but from my understanding in terms of character analysis, he's a good mayor. And you could be a good politician and have your morals and values in order, but you know, you can be cool. What's wrong with having a little swag? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I patterned this character on what I felt would be Coleman Young / Kwame Kilpatrick, and I met it in the middle.
Okay.
So this is what Mayor Ruette is bringing to the table in terms of character. Now, what's going to take place in further episodes, I have no idea what these Dynamite brothers that's writing this series is going to bring. But whatever they allow me to bring in that character, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it real hard. Mayor Ruette he's a cool cat. Please go and see the entire series, but please go check out episode 4, because this brother here is something else. But you know, let me just give a quick shout out to everybody else. I'm working with the likes of Don Snipes, and as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the baddest young actors coming out of the city of Detroit, and this is a city that's full of talent, including Anthony Cuffey, who's behind Pray. This city is just getting ready to explode, and when it explodes, the world is going to be surprised at the talent from playwriting to actors to musicians. To talk show hosts, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. When I had the privilege of meeting Mr. Anthony Cuffey, him and Mr. Muhammad, I was blown away. And I'm so glad that the Spirit led me to link him up into what we're doing, so when we launch, we all go together. But back to you, brother. How how did your acting career in a short concept, how did it get took off to where they was able to find you out here?
I had actually had the pleasure of working with Anthony Cuffey prior to Pray.
Okay.
He had did some work for a young lady, and she did a pilot called She That Findeth. Kim Brooks was her name, and Kim brought me on to play the role of a pastor, and Cuffey did all the shooting and everything, so that's where he and I connected, and that led to this. I would assume, I hope that my performance was well enough that this is the reason why I'm on such a wonderful series, Pray.
Wow.
You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go straight to break because I got another guest coming on that you got to see. But this man right here, he's in the 4th episode, and we're trusting God that he's in more episodes to come. So when you get a chance, can you shoot that website one more time to the audience?
Go to Anthony Cuffey Productions on YouTube and subscribe to his YouTube channel. And that's where you'll find episodes 1 through 4 of Pray.
It's been awesome.
Thank you, brother.
I'm
Thank
looking
you for
forward
having
to
us,
seeing you
man.
real soon.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
God bless you. I
My man,
appreciate
my
it.
man. Hey, Coffee Man Show. Keep it hot. Keep it stirred. We'll be right back at you.
I like that.
Hey, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. We're going to get right back into the meats and potatoes of the show. We got Brother Mike McNeil here sitting right next to me. This guy's music, second chance, ladies and gentlemen, when you get a chance. Well, I tell you what, let me have Brother Mike tell his story. What's going on,
to
brother?
God be the glory, my brother.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
You,
that's definitely how it sounds. I got a chance to listen to this, man.
Wow.
You gotta, and I checked your bio out, man. You're getting your Jesus on, right?
At the same time.
At the same time. Okay. Tell me something about this, man. What's up with Brother Mike?
The project, man, is an inspiration. I want it to be an inspiration.
Okay.
To the world, but mainly to our generation.
Okay.
The music is influenced and wrote by me, arranged by me. Original material. It's just what it is that our generation, I don't feel, got a fair shake.
Right. Now, you started singing and performing at a very young age. I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 years old.
I did.
Okay.
8 years old, man.
Okay.
Grandmother put me out in front of, for my auntie's funeral.
Okay.
At 8, imagine an 8-year-old singing. She had that.
Now, do you remember that song?
She sang the vision. Do I remember that song? I do.
What was the name of that first song at 8 years old?
The very first song was Will the Circle Be Unbroken.
My.
Will the Circle Be Unbroken.
That is awesome.
It was a song popular back in the day. I believe it was wrote by Andre Crouch.
Okay.
Anyway, from that point to now, in and out of different venues, you know.
Because you really got your start when you was about 14 years old, though.
Exactly.
When it really took off. You just launched into different sets. Was it all church sets type things?
Exactly. At 14 years old, I began organ lessons at Grinnell's. I don't know. You probably remember Grinnell's.
No, I know my brother was named Cornell. That was about the closest
but
to
anyway,
Grinnell's.
was an organ school of music downtown where the late, great Charles Nix was my organ teacher, believe it or not. I know, the Lord had placed all these people before me in my life, man. But anyway, as a teenager, you know, this was more or less what my mom and grandma wanted to do.
Right.
It wasn't really what I wanted to do. But now I've gotten serious. You know, some things have happened.
Okay.
You know, last year the Lord took us through some trials, and I made some hard tribulations. Like I said in my testimony, that I lost my aunt. Talked to her one night. The next morning, she had a heart attack in her sleep. Then we had a 5-year-old cousin got a hold of my aunt's gun and it went off, and we had to bury her.
Wow.
And then if that wasn't enough, my mom passed.
All in a 90-day sprint.
All in. This happened all within a 6 months.
6 months.
Time.
Okay. Wow.
So a couple of the songs were inspiration from those experiences.
Okay.
But You Still Love Me came to me while I was in the hospital.
Okay.
I had got news that I needed a heart transplant.
Right.
And I just began to seek God in a whole nother way.
Wow.
And, you know, so I took the little pad that sits on the table that you eat on, you know, they give you a pad and paper to keep you busy. And I began to write the words, "You still love me, Lord," you know. And I'm here today and well, and I want you to know that God totally healed my body and my heart.
To God be the
I'm no
glory.
longer even qualified to be on a heart transplant list.
Wow.
So,
well, let's do this. How can you be reached for venues? Because are you out for hire?
I am.
Okay. How can you be reached?
Oh, man, you can go to my website, brothermike.com.
Okay.
Or you can reach me on Twitter, brothermike_ and the number 1. Real
Okay.
simple. Facebook, Brother Mike, or you can go to Facebook, Michael McNeil.
Right.
Yeah, we are totally reachable. I have been traveling the country, been to Chicago.
Right.
I've been to, well, we just got back from doing the Stella Awards.
Okay.
Where I performed a couple pre-shows.
Right.
And next we have an upcoming event where I'm doing comedy show with Stefan Smith.
Okay. Now you got something coming up in Atlanta. Is that what that is about, or will you be singing and performing?
That is the workshop. Gospel Music Workshop is coming up in Atlanta. Before that, next month, June, we're going to Edwin Hawkins seminar.
Wow.
Great Edwin Hawkins.
God,
so I'll be performing there as well. Man, the Lord is just taking me, places, man.
Okay, so is Brother Mike ready to go?
Brother Mike is ready to go, man. I'm currently
beautiful.
continuing to write as I go. And the Lord inspires and sends me songs.
Wow.
And, you know, we're just moving forward.
Because what we want to do, we actually want to get the next caller to call in and get a copy of the CD. How many songs are on here?
It's actually an EP, and there are 3 songs.
Okay.
That the producer, and I'm a great producer from right here in the city of Detroit.
Right.
Mr. Gregory Pearson.
Right.
You probably know him best because he's worked with Dorinda Clark.
Right.
The likes of just everybody, Karen Clark, Kiki Shears.
What we're going to do, Brother Mike, we got to get this guy back on the show. I want to sit down with him and do a whole show. We're going to wrap this one up, but you can reach us here at 313-868-0351 even after the show is over. Mention the Coffee Man Show, mention Brother Mike, and we got a CD sitting up for you, but you got to meet us here next Thursday. That's the brand new catch that we setting up, and we got to wrap this up. And before I go, I always like to say, vividly visualize yourself as the person you want to be and enthusiastically achieve your goal. It will come true in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Keep it hot. Keep it stirred. Here on the Coffee Man Show.
All right.